Hello friends, it's Catherine Allendorf from Scrap Happy Cath, Creative Memories Independent Advisor from Brisbane in Australia. You can find me on Facebook at Scrap Happy Cath. I've got a Facebook page where I let you know about new product releases and promotions and things that are happening in the scrapbooking world. And then we also have our Scrap Happy Cath Facebook group, which is our lovely scrapbooking community where we post challenges and share pages and ideas and inspiration, etc. So feel free to follow me and join the group. And I also am on YouTube at Scrap Happy Cath. As I mentioned, I am a Creative Memories Independent Advisor, and you can shop with me at creativememoriesau.com/user/scraphappycath. I do appreciate your support, and I do run workshops on the first Saturday of every month at Algesta in Brisbane, and I do have a shop there. So even if you're not coming to the workshop, you are welcome to pop in and have a look at the new products and to shop with me there. So the reason for the video today is because Creative Memories recently released a couple of new tools, and I have had a few questions asked that I would like to answer. So we have our new cutting mat layout ruler. And this is the same as the zero centering ruler, except it goes over your cutting mat, okay? And then we've got the border cutting tools, and this is for use with your custom cutting system. So you know your circles and your ovals, etc., with the red, green, blue blades. That's for use with this one. All right, so they both fit over your mat. I've got a beautiful new blue one. These were a limited release last month, I think. They have sold out. They will be coming back into the regular collection. So don't worry if you want a blue one. You'll be able to get one in 2026. They are identical to the grey one, so there's nothing special about them except for the colour. So you've still got your inch, your centimetre marks, and it's still got the same angle markings on them as well. Okay, so I'll just show you how these tools work. I've got mine out of the box. So this is your ruler, and you'll notice that it's got these little edges on the side, and they just go over your mat like that. So the first question I got asked was whether or not these tools fit the old Creative Memories mat. So these ones are 13 by 13. The old ones I think were 12.5 by 11 off the top of my head. I know that they weren't square, but I don't think they'll fit. I think they're a little bit narrower, so you're going to have a little bit of a hangover on the edge there, but they look like they're about the same depth, so you could potentially pop it on there and it'll sit. So I've still got my very, very old original tools from the old CM, and you can see they don't quite fit on this mat. So we've got a 1/2 inch so the old tool won't fit on the new mat, but the new tools will go over the old mat, and you can see it's the same depth. So this end is sitting safely on the mat. So if you've got the old mat, you can get the new tools. It just won't be snug against the edge of the mat like this one is. It will probably, you'll have a 1/2 inch in here where it's not against the side of the mat, but it will actually sit, oops, sorry, shaking the camera, sorry, but it will actually fit on the mat. It'll sit nicely on the mat there. Okay, so that was question number one. If you're interested in how the tools are getting used, I've just posted another video just short while ago, showing you how to make this layout using the new tool to make the border. So I'll pop the link for that video at the bottom of this one, and you can pop over to that video to see how the tools are getting used. Just to give you a quick idea, oops, you pop your tool on the thing, pop your paper cardstock underneath, of course, and then you've got your red, green, blue blades. So they just, the little nods just go into the rail here, and they slide across, and the blade will cut your paper or cardstock in exactly the same manner as you would for your circles or ovals or whatever other shapes that you might already have. All right. The other question that I had was how to store them. So when you get your tools, they come in a package like this, so you can see, like, this is what they look like brand new in the pack. Okay, so when you unpack them, they actually come in this little custom made cardboard thing. Okay, so I would keep them in that cardboard just because it's designed to let it sit snugly in there, and that cardboard underneath sits up in this little section here underneath the tool. So you can see there that it's got like a couple of mils there where the actual cutting guide is higher than the edge. Okay, and the risk you might have is, if you're like me and you've just got stuff everywhere in your craft room and that's sitting flat somewhere, you do have the risk, oh, not so much, but you know, I just like to keep my tools safe. So it is possible, especially if you had something leaning on there, it could warp it or crack it. So personally, I would leave them in here. The other thing is also when you get your tools, you get your little acetate template guide. Okay, so that comes with the decorative tools. So you need to make sure that you can store those with it as well. So I don't know, personally I would just keep them flat like that. You can use the tool bag. So this is the Creative Memories tool bag, and it has the Velcro here, so you can actually, it comes with little inserts, so if you were storing like punches, etc., you can make little compartments for them. I personally very rarely use them because it is absolutely perfect for going to crops and camps with my trimmer. So I can pop my trimmer in there, and I've got my little personal trimmer, I can put that in there. I've got my regular ruler, and I can put that in there. So these will actually fit in there as well. The whole housing doesn't fit. Let's have a look. Oh look, it's making a big fat liar out of me. So you could pop those, I would put them on top of the others. So you can pop them in there like that with your template, and you can pop your ruler in there like that. And that will keep everything safe and secure. And you've got room underneath here. I'd pop my blades. And that keeps everything nice and secure. And if you have your like 12 by 12 silicone mat is another thing that I like to carry in there. Okay, so that's how I would personally be taking these to crops and camps, etc. They would also fit in the new trimmer carrier bag that a lot of people have now, which are awesome. They would fit in there as well. But personally, just storing them, I actually store my stuff on a shelf. So I'll just show you, I'll set it up and I'll show you a picture of how I actually store my tools and things while I'm scrapbooking at home in my room. Okay, so this is how I actually store my tools when I'm at home. It's all quite flat. This is in a cube system that many of us have from a very well-known Swedish furniture store that shall remain nameless, not an ad, but you can get these shelf inserts. So this is what I've got, these glass shelf inserts, which means that I can still use the whole cube, but I don't have everything piled on top of each other. So I've actually got 2 shelves in here. And so I've got my trimmer at the bottom. So these are the ones I reach for all the time. My 12-inch trimmer and my personal trimmer. I use my zero centering ruler all the time, and I use my silicone mat all the time. And it looks like I've got a spare multi-purpose tool in there too, because I go through them like anything. And then on this shelf, I've got more kind of flat things, but these are my shape cutters, and this is how I store my new ones. So they're all flat, they're all very secure, but they're all quite accessible. I find if I have things stored inside a closed container, I don't tend to use it. So that's how I personally have my things stored there. And then I've got my selfie all packed away at the top there. So that's what I do at home. But as I mentioned, if I was going to a crop or whatever, I would definitely be using that tool bag. So that's all from me today. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out by messenger, or you can contact me through my Facebook page. As I mentioned, you can follow me on Facebook at Scrap Happy Cath. If you're seeing me on YouTube, please like and subscribe. It helps bump me up so that you can see more of me, and you can shop with me at creativememoriesau.com/user/scraphappycath. All right, have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.